Have you ever felt like your dreams are moving, but you're standing still? Or like time keeps running, but your progress refuses to follow? Maybe it's not bad luck. Maybe it's the things you keep allowing. We all dream of becoming more, of building something that proves our effort wasn't wasted. But sometimes, it feels like the harder we try, the further the finish line moves. You tell yourself you're working. You tell yourself you're trying. But deep down, there's a quiet battle you keep losing. A battle not against the world, but against your own habits. Because success isn't always stolen by failure. Sometimes, it's delayed by the small things we refuse to change. In this journey, we'll uncover 3 silent traps that stop you from reaching your goals. The ones that hide in your routine, whispering comfort while stealing progress. Let's begin with the first one, self-doubt and delay. Self-doubt is quiet. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It tells you, you're not ready yet. And before you realize it, days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months. You wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect feeling. But perfection never arrives. Because progress never begins with perfection. Every dream you delay slowly fades into hesitation. You convince yourself you're preparing, but sometimes, preparation becomes a disguise for fear. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of not being enough. And while you wait for confidence to appear, time keeps moving. You see others take steps forward, and you call it luck, forgetting that their courage began where your hesitation started. The truth is, doubt doesn't protect you. It traps you. It keeps you standing still while your opportunities quietly expire. And the longer you wait, the heavier starting becomes. The way out begins with one truth. Confidence is not the starting point. It's the result of beginning. You don't build courage by waiting for it. You build it by moving, even when your hands shake. Start small. Take one step, no matter how uncertain it feels. Because motion creates clarity. Every action you take weakens the power of hesitation. When the voice of doubt tells you, you're not ready, answer it with movement. Show yourself that readiness is something you create, not something you find. Progress is built on imperfect attempts. The people you admire didn't wait for perfect timing. They built it through consistency. So stop asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I never try? The only way to defeat delay is to begin before you feel ready. Because once you start, momentum becomes your ally, and fear begins to lose its voice. Another thing you need to avoid is rushing into the big things, skipping the foundation, forgetting the basics. Everyone wants to rise fast. Everyone wants the results without the roots. But what many forget is that growth without grounding is fragile. You can't build a tower on a weak floor and expect it to stand when the storm comes. Sometimes, you rush into the big things, chasing recognition, speed, and success. But you skip the small lessons that hold everything together. You want to master the mountain, but you ignore the steps that lead to its top. And when the weight of ambition becomes too heavy, it crushes what patience could have built. Skipping the foundation doesn't save time. It only multiplies mistakes. You repeat lessons you should have learned earlier. You rebuild things that should have lasted longer. The truth is, shortcuts cost more than patience ever will. Because what grows too fast often breaks too soon. The solution is simple, but not easy. Slow down to grow strong. Every great structure begins with time spent underground. The roots you don't see are what make the tree unshakable. Before you chase mastery, learn to love the basics. Because the basics are not a sign of weakness, they are the proof of discipline. Be patient with your process. You're not falling behind by taking your time. You're building something that lasts longer than shortcuts ever could. Master one brick before stacking another. Train your consistency before chasing your peak. Progress that's rushed is progress that collapses. But when you build slowly, with intention and care, you create something that can survive pressure. So, don't run from the foundation, respect it. Because the strength of your dream will always depend on the strength of what it stands on. The other one is toxic comparison. Comparison is a quiet thief. It steals joy without making a sound. You scroll through their success, their progress, their highlight moments. And suddenly, your own steps start to feel small. You look at how far they've gone and forget how far you've come. You start measuring your worth with someone else's timeline. You chase their pace, not your purpose. But what you don't see are their struggles, their setbacks, their unseen effort. You only see the finished part of a journey that's still in progress. And slowly, Comparison turns admiration into envy and motivation into self-doubt. It blinds you to your own growth. It tells you that you're behind, even when you're exactly where you need to be. The truth is, your path is not late. It's just different. And different doesn't mean less. The cure for comparison is focus, not on them, but on you. Remind yourself why you started. Your journey has its own rhythm, its own timing, its own meaning. You don't need to run faster than others. You just need to keep moving at a pace that you can sustain. Celebrate small wins. Track your progress, not their achievements. Because growth is not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, and unseen. When you see others succeed, let it remind you that success is possible, not that you're behind. Let inspiration push you forward, not pressure pull you down. And when doubt whispers that you're not enough, look back. See the distance between who you were and who you are now. That's progress, even if no one else notices it. You're not in competition with anyone. You're in transformation with yourself. Keep your eyes on your path, because comparison ends the moment gratitude begins. At the end of it all, your goals are not avoiding you. You're just fighting battles that slow your steps. Self-doubt and delay hold you back from beginning. Skipping the foundation weakens what you build, and comparison distracts you from your own path. But here's the truth. Every one of these obstacles can be broken the moment you choose movement, patience, and gratitude. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take the next step, learn the next skill, and trust the timing of your own growth. Progress is not about speed. It's about direction. It's about becoming consistent in small things until they shape the bigger picture. Don't rush your story. Don't envy someone else's chapter. Keep building quietly, faithfully, and with purpose. Because one day, the same journey that once felt slow will become the story that inspires others to keep going.